May I ask one final thing in terms of, from all of the incredibly beautiful and hopeful and inspirational and threshold pushing out things that you've been sharing with us today, is there one thing that you would hope the listeners would take away, or is there one action step that you think they might be able to take to help begin the process of consciously evolving?
Yes, yes, thank you. Good question. Really, all your questions are brilliant. That is perfect. Yes, take away that you can have agency over how you feel, and that this is not denial. So, absolutely, first of all, we're not saying that if you feel rage or grief or horror or despair, that you don't let those sweep through. But what I've found this year is that there's a kind of default texture, feeling, felt sense that I and everybody that I've spoken to that we settle back into when we're waiting for the kettle to boil, you know, under the shower. There's a feeling, and we have agency over that feeling. We can change that. And that with practice, and it does take practice, what fires together wires together, it doesn't come overnight. We can shift that feeling to being something that is generative and that gives to the energy of the world. So I'm really exploring what does generosity of spirit feel like. But for you, it might, what does joy feel like? What does love feel like? What does compassion feel like? What does hope feel like? And how can I enter a way of being where I am carrying that with me, where that is my default? And then if we cross the threshold now, I'm carrying that with me. It is who I am. It's who I bring to my part of the conscious evolution. And that we can do this. And I promise you, it transforms your world. The days change colour. Unless you already are doing that. Most of the people I encounter, their default feeling is a bit, oh God. And it doesn't. It becomes, oh, yes. Which is a whole different space to be in.